Yes, sir. We back. Only a month later. Let me unmute these dudes. What up? We live. Lights, cameras, action. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I've been saying that way too much lately. All right. What is this? Episode 19. A month later. You know, we used to be on some 6 months, 5 month plus vibes. What's going on? We're acting a little too crazy around here.
Hey, I'm trying to be consistent. A key word, trying. Because
as you can see, with that consistency, the members slowly degrade. But we have the dream team here. This is the dream lineup. This is all that matters. So, with that being said, let's introduce the dream team.
All right.
You know, there you go.
What's good? What's poppin', everybody? Atheia. Back like I never left. Because literally it's only been a month. It's lit. I'm chilling. I'm happy to be back on PlayStation Now and Later. Episode 19. Hit that like button. I'm done.
Yes, sir.
What's up, everyone? It's Shmam the Kid. I don't know if I even say my username when I normally introduce myself, but I hope y'all are doing great. That's it. That's my intro.
I know. There we go. That's funny because nobody said we have a lot to talk about because we got a lot to freaking talk about. But it's all good. You know, it's your boy Jammer. I had a video today. I had a video yesterday. And now I'm doing a podcast. So that's the type of vibe we on. With that being said, you know how I like to start this very quickly. Since we do have a lot to cover, let's see how efficiently we could do this. But what have y'all been playing as of the last 2 months? Because I feel like there's a lot has come out. Maybe not a lot has come out, but I just feel like there's been things to be played.
A lot of important games have come out.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll start with you. Last time, real quick. I think last time we had this, you were all up on Xenoblade's nuts, if I recall.
Yes. I got into 40 hours into Xenoblade, and then I got Joy-Con drift, and I stopped playing. So I stopped playing Xenoblade for a little bit, but don't worry, it will be beaten by the end of this year. Because I'm constantly thinking about it, but I'm like, Ghost of Tsushima kind of coming out. I really want to play that. And don't get me wrong, like Xenoblade's a port, an enhanced, cool port, but like I want to play something new, so I prioritize Ghost of Tsushima. And then I've also was practicing Dim's Fighting Herds, the indie fighting game with the animals and stuff like that.
Never heard of it.
Neither have I.
But that's pretty much all I've played.
Wait. Xenoblade in that game?
Yeah.
Haven't you been on Ghost?
Well, I was just talking about Ghost.
But the way you talked about it was as if you weren't playing it. You talked about it like past tense in a sense.
Okay, my fault. Well, I'm still playing it.
There you go.
Like I'm gonna clear all of like the area. My goal, the way I'm playing this game, is that before I go into any act, I'm going to explore the whole bottom part of the map. So I'm still.
I was about to say, you still first act 1.
Yeah, I'm not even rushing through it. I'm just having like mad fun.
Bro, me too. That's how I am. But before I talk about myself, how you doing over there, Sam?
Okay, I've been playing so. I've been playing a lot of Melee because the Melee Online thing came out in between this episode and the last, so I've been hopping on that. I beat The Last of Us 2. I'm on my second playthrough. I just got on day 2 with Ellie.
Okay.
I'm playing on Survivor, and the game honestly feels much different when you play it on Survivor than when you play it in normal. Like, it's way more stressful, and I feel like certain areas of the game, like the combat, sort of shine more because you aren't killing everything. You're just kind of trying to get out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a different feel. I love the game. Not as good as the first one. I'm sure we'll talk about it at a different day where we actually get into the plot and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty much all I've been playing. I don't have Ghost yet.
Oh my goodness. Oh my lord.
But
yo, this disrespect with
I'm getting it next week when I get paid.
No, dog.
I also want to get Paper Mario, the Origami King, which looks but definitely more excited for Ghost.
This Ghost disrespect, it hurts. I mean, I get this is the life of a new IP, I guess. That's crazy.
I mean, I didn't have the money. See, I would have bought it first day if I had the money.
I get it, but think about it from like this point of view. There was no question about having money or not having money during Last of Us 2. Is that correct?
I mean, that's a sequel to my favorite game of all time. Obviously, there are no questions asked.
That's what I just mean, and I get it, but I'm like sad because I'm like that's the treatment that Ghost deserves, bro.
I mean, Ghost sold like hotcakes. It's like the fastest selling IP,
it is.
IP on the PS4.
It just deserves more, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know how much more it deserves. I mean, that's high praise right there. It sold more than Spider-Man.
No.
In total, but
is it
in the first 3 days?
For real?
Yeah, and Horizon, because it says new IP. Unless Marvel Spider-Man isn't counted as a new IP, I don't see why it wouldn't be though.
Let me see.
I mean, if it's not
3. No. See, 3.3
more than Horizon.
Yeah, I think it did more than Horizon, but no, it didn't beat Spider-Man.
3 days.
Yeah. Spider-Man PS4 first 3 days, 3.3 million. If I search Horizon, Zero Dawn. Okay, it's not telling me 2.6. And then Ghost is 2.7. So it's like in the
so
it's like
they didn't count Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah. So what I envisioned for Ghost is they don't have to categorize it as quote unquote new IP. It just says fastest. Maybe not. That would be a little aggressive. But like I wanted to be sharing the other categories as the other IPs because that's just how I feel like it is. But it's a new IP, so I understand. But just know when you do get it, you're in for greatness.
You're gonna be in love.
You liked Zelda Breath of the Wild. You love that or like which one?
I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it. I liked it, but from what I can tell from Ghost, it has way more meat to it in terms of story and side quests and how those go. So I feel like I'll probably like it a little bit more than Breath of the Wild.
See, all right, let's just start with. I was gonna. We had other topics, but I'm like in the zone right now of Ghost Talk, so we're just gonna talk about it right now. On that note, it's interesting because like I still say Zelda Breath of the Wild is like my game of the year of 2017, and I'm so it's like such a grounded opinion I have. But then when I think of Ghost and then I compare it to that, first off, they're very similar, right? And they took you can just feel the inspiration that they took from it. But what I really like about it is it managed to be its own thing as well. Like because Zelda, like you said, it has more meat. But for something, but even though Zelda didn't have as much meat, I felt like it still worked out really well. You know what I mean? Like it still had this magic touch to it, even though the combat was pretty barren. The story was non-existent, but for some reason, to me, it felt like it worked. But then Ghost, it's a whole other story. It's like the combat is ridiculous, and I'm still early. Yeah, that's the thing. We're still early Act 1. I keep seeing people's clips. Keep seeing people talk about all the how crazier it gets, and I'm like, how does it get crazier? Like I can see it though as I like really start flying through it because I have so much buffs or whatever. I'm still like, how does it get better? But that's the craziest part. Like the combat is so good in the early stages and it gets better. Story lit. Like side quest, the best side quest I've ever played in my life. Yeah. And I just don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it.
Bro, let me tell you something about Ghost of Tsushima. Everybody was capping after that state of play. I knew that because I was like, they not that deep. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. When they do the deep dives for or the state of plays rather for specific games, there's a difference in quality. The Last of Us 2 deep dive actually kind of made me want to get the game, right? Because it was more expressive in like what you as the player can do in the world of The Last of Us. As Ghost of Tsushima was just like, oh, here's features. That's how that state of play was to me.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't really like showing off like the gameplay. So like I understand from the state of play if you didn't trust the game, it didn't look that good. But what made me kind of hype for it, I was like, wait, it's not just like when they first showed off the wind thing, I was like, all right, this game about to be gas. I didn't want to say it because it probably would have sounded cap. I was like, bro, y'all don't understand. This game is about to be madly immersive. Like hopping. If you don't like Ghost of Tsushima, I'll say after like the first 10 minutes of play, something different. Cause
something
like
different with you.
That world that like I hopped in, I was just like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and it don't even. I can't even fully explain it. I'm just like everything is just working out right now. Whatever y'all made is just working out right now, and I just started. Oh, I love that game. So, Tassie, if you love Breath of the Wild, you're in for like as long as if you're a Breath of the Wild fan, as long as you're like you like samurai or you don't hate samurai, you're gonna enjoy the game. Yeah, it's a PS4 exclusive. Yes, sir. What he said, Sucker Punch should hire more people to make 2 teams. One make Ghost, one make New Infamous.
Yeah. No,
Infamous.
No, I'm gonna be real with you. He said you love a New Infamous.
I would too.
You know what I need them to do? I need Sucker Punch to just come out in the future, just say, "Hey, yo, Ubisoft, I'm sorry, but we making our own Valhalla."
Oh, shit.
That'd be hype, honestly.
I'm gonna need that. Like they actually, we was joking and a couple friends like this is like 2 nights ago, and I was like, "Dang, Ubisoft actually fumbled the bag." And my friend was like, "How? Because they didn't make Japanese Assassin's Creed when they could have."
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Even though Ghost of Tsushima samurais, it just feels like it
that's what it's.
Yeah, it hits me the same experience Assassin's Creed 2 did when I played it. You know that ratatouille meme when he bite into the food and you want to go back? That's how I felt when I turned on Ghost of Tsushima.
I've heard that comparison a lot of like where people will say that this game feels like playing Assassin's Creed 2 again, which Assassin's Creed 2 is one of my favorite games ever. It's the closest platinum I ever have on PlayStation on my PlayStation account. If you looked at it, and so that honestly just makes me want to play it even more. I'm so mad I don't have any money to buy it.
I never played it, so I don't really know. I just know that I don't know if they're talking about the Ghost playstyle because I could see that. But then what I like about it is that I mean, so far I'm still just trying to play as samurai as long as possible. People were in some of my streams. They start out by saying, "Oh yeah, I'm doing samurai the whole time." Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, "Oh yeah, I'm kind of doing all Ghost." I'm not gonna fold like that. You don't have to. I'm trying to fight 80 dudes at once. Try me.
Bro, so I was like that too. Now, here's the thing y'all don't know about me. I'm not a fan of stealth in video games.
I'm not either.
So like, besides Batman, and because Batman hit different from me, but I'm not a big fan of like stealth in video games. And what goes to Tsushima, what I really like about that game is that why I keep saying it's Assassin's Creed 2, like the progression system and the way you can like unlock things, make your character better. I was in love. Now when I found out about, I'm not gonna say it, the what they are, but they're like different stances in the game. That's when I knew they didn't do a good job at the state of play.
Oh yeah.
Because if they would have explained that in depth and how the AI could, because if you understand how to play Ghost of Tsushima and you know how those stances can help you get through certain parts in gameplay and add the depth to it, a whole lot of different opinions of people that was on the fence about buying the game probably wouldn't have been that way.
I don't know. It's the last thing. Let's move on. Because I meant to say whenever you first brought up the state of play, I don't know what it is. I think I just got a good eye. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at it and like you said, they didn't really say shit about the whole gameplay. You don't know what's going on. But when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but for something about it seems right. It just seems correct to me. Like it seems like it's a good thing, whatever the heck is going on. I just thought it was hard for them to explain it, bro. It would have been piss easy to explain it, but they didn't do that. So, but maybe they wanted people to experience it, right? Because it's a little Neo like. I'm pretty sure Neo is the rock paper scissors style where, but it was more so you were changing your stances based off of your enemy stances, not so much what they're using as a. I don't even think it's a spoiler to talk about it, but we'll just keep it at that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah.
What you got? One one last thing to say.
All right.
Cause then you gonna hurry up. Cause you gonna be on mute for this next topic. You gonna see. But go.
All right. Okay. So, I'm a big fan of the old school, like, samurai films. So I'm playing in the Kurosawa mode.
Oh shit.
And let me tell you, I had so many people in my house want to watch me play a game.
Oh my god.
Like people just be standing over my shoulder, like, "Hey, shoot him, throw the kunai."
Yo,
this game's so different,
bro. But see, oh man, now you going. But this is the last thing I gotta say. Yeah, how about that? No, you can't even respond. Because I feel we should because we gonna be on this topic forever. I just feel like that pisses me off that you just said that because this shit's sitting at an 83. And one of the reasons that people took points off is because that they were de-hyping that mode. That plus Japanese voices not matching. They made a big deal about it. But the reason why they made a big deal about it was because in that state of play, they were trying to like market that aspect of it. So as soon as I picked it up, oh, this doesn't feel like a samurai movie to me. This is trash. But the game's good. Shut up. I hate that.
But like, isn't that how old samurai movies were though? Like,
true.
Not to be
just
petty,
never matched. But like that is very true.
They'll be like, no. All right, one last thing. I don't want to keep it on because he probably right about the next topic. But the funniest thing is called the standoff. You've probably seen the memes on Twitter about the standoff and stuff, right? And literally, it's funny to me because he'd be like, "Show me your best warrior," and it's like muff is still moving for like 7 seconds. I die every time, like every time. So I don't know. This game got it. Like it's capturing the whole samurai theme to the T. So
actuals. All right, and the reason why I said you're gonna be mute for this next topic, we might as well just continue the trend. This one, I don't want to go too in depth, but Sam, let's just talk a little bit about Last of Us 2. Can we spoil? Is it too early to spoil?
Um,
Oh,
I think it's too early to spoil certain aspects of the game. Like, I don't think it's too early to spoil who you play as, like, and how.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just hard. It's hard to honestly talk about the game
You can talk
because
from a high level,
the story is so intertwined with what's actually going on,
and and intertwined with people's dislike for it.
Yeah, that too. See, so when it comes to the story, I think the story's main issue is that it's told in a weird way, where it's intentionally like ramping up your expectation and then like completely sucking you out of it and being like, nah, you gotta wait, and then making you go through that whole ramp up again, and then
See, to me, it doesn't feel like they're making me wait. And to me, I don't think the way they're telling it is anything crazy. It's a unique storytelling method, and it's not foreign. Both of those two are true.
mm-hmm.
So to me, and then you get through the whole. You start the game. Crazy shit happens. First off, it was kind of pleasing to see them have a whole ass town. That was like, I was like, damn, this is lit, because it was like a perfect transition from the first game. I was like, this is what we were looking to kind of have back after we went through everything in the first game, and then some crazy shit happens. The craziest shit happens in the world, in that game's universe that you could have ever expected, and then all you feel is anger, and so it allows you to get that anger out. And then that's whenever it turns the tables on you. And I don't feel like it's like I'm mad because I don't want to play as Abby at the start. That's the only thing I'm mad about. But I'm looking forward to seeing, all right, now what the fuck was happening on the other side of this. So it didn't feel that like, oh, this is you know what I mean? And then what I really liked was how through the way that Abby played differently, plus her backstory, you start by hating her and potentially you begin to warm up, which is how I was.
Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say by the end I warmed up to her. I just more understood her and was like, okay, like I get it. Like you're not this heartless person that I thought you were at the beginning of the game. And so when that sort of transition happens, it's like kind of interesting because this game, it's like people were really knocking Naughty Dog for saying we don't want the game to be fun, and the game play is fun to me at least. Like it's legitimately a fun game. It's really like kinetic the way you like hit people. You can like throw the bottle, go and smash them, and then pull out your gun and shoot someone. Like it's really fast paced if you want it to be, or it could be slow paced. And but like there's two specific parts of the game that are, I guess, like boss battles where you're kind of playing you're playing as the opposite person. At least this is how I felt, as the person you want to lose that fight.
Oh yeah.
So like
yeah.
The game intentionally plays with your emotions in a way that games don't normally play with your emotions. Normally you're like, this is the person I'm playing as, I'm 100% on board with whatever this person's doing. And in this game it's like, we're going to make sure you're not 100% on board. We want to make sure that you kind of doubt their intentions, but you're still going to go through them and you're still going to see how it ends, because the characters are still enticing and they're still well written. But I think that some people have problems with that, and I think also the pacing, because
yeah,
I feel like some people are like, I wish they just told the story the way they told the story in the first Last of Us, where it's just a linear sort of thing, where like maybe you play as Ellie and then you switch off to Abby and you both do day one instead of like doing all three and then all three.
Yeah, I can see that.
But to me, I feel like that also doesn't really have the impact because like it wants to sort of be a slow burn. And the game is a little too long, I think, especially near the end. I'm kind of like, all right. You guys are kind of stretching it out a little bit. Like, I don't know if I need that whole extra section like of gameplay, but the actual story part you definitely need. So I don't know. It's a very weird game. To me, it's like a 9 to 9.5. It's not as good as the first one, only because I think the first one's story was so tight and so well done.
Yeah.
And this one it's just a little bit not as good, but it's still amazing compared to tons of other games.
I just like why I have respect for it is because of how it makes you feel. A game literally, no matter who you are, like even if you don't focus on story, it will give you these mother freaking feelings. You'll be like, Jesus Christ. And bro, after I finished it, my head, I was like, what's going on in my life? Because like I had played it for a week. I went home, so I couldn't play it. I came back for that week and just grinded it out, 6-hour sessions. And I was dreaming about this game, dog. Like I was like, what just happened last night when I was playing it? And I'd wake up like, damn, I gotta see what happens today. You know what I mean? Like I was intertwined with it, and I just thought that was special of a game to do that, something like that.
Yeah, when I beat it, it definitely stayed with me for like a week. I kept reading what everyone thought about it, whether it be positive or negative, just because I was just like I could not stop reading about that game. I could not stop watching things about that game. And I couldn't stop playing it either. It was just like it really
Yeah.
gets you invested. Whether you like, I know some people hate it, but I feel like it's one of those games where it's like you kind of have to play it to see if you love it or hate it, because you're going to be on one of the sides, and that's weird. That normally there's people who are like meh, but you never really see people who are just like, it's an all right game. They either say they hate it or they loved it, and it's like very interesting.
I like what last thing I was how I warmed up to Abby. It was in combination of understanding and like you said, coming to terms with like her backstory, so it makes more sense. And you're like, okay, I see. Not hardly yada, like you said. Plus, I liked her gameplay. It was fun to play as her from just strictly gameplay standpoint, and that alone, the way that they just made them two unique. That's also what I mean. They're already good at that because Joel played differently than Ellie to begin with, so they added in this new play style, and it was fun. It was fun. But my God, I know. You see, I would debate on that last part because someone in my chat whenever I was playing it, he even said, and I'm wondering what you'll think about it. He said that area was one of the best designed. And I think he's up there. Area? The very last one, very, very last. Whenever you felt like, okay, maybe
yeah. No, it was really cool because they had like the chained up stuff, and like if you unlock the chain, you could do a lot. Like the gameplay in it was good and stuff like that. It's just like I felt like maybe like it just felt weird.
I know what you mean.
It felt weird.
Well, I know what you mean. And and I felt the same way when he said that. I got a little hyped because before that you had been playing as Abby the whole damn time, and like I just had this feeling. I was like, bro, I'm trying to play. I'm like, I cannot end this game without playing as my girl again, dog. So like whenever they gave it back to me, plus just killed it on the level design, I felt like that's another big ass piece of the game that really adds to it. It's like, damn, okay, like this might have dragged on and felt long as hell, but you made this last part enjoyable at the very least.
Yeah, overall it's just a fantastic game. I don't know if they're going to make a third one. I feel like they are. I feel like the story's going to kind of come full circle from the end of the first game.
Oh,
but
Jesus.
one thing about the second game though is that to me, another one of the reasons that it isn't as good as the first game is because this game and its story makes the first game better, which is very strange to see. Like, and it doesn't make it better in the sense of like, oh, the second game's so bad I appreciate the first one more. It's more like the second game gives you payoffs to things in the first game that you did not think were going to be referenced, but they are, and you're just like, oh my God, like there's so much fan service in the game that feels so natural and feels so good that like I don't even know. That's kind of why I don't even know if I even want another Last of Us game.
I kind
of want to see them make another game with just an amazing story, with a different setting and all this stuff. Like, I just want to see what else they can do. And I love that gameplay too. Like Yaya was saying, he doesn't love stealth. I love stealth games, and so
I'm not a fan. That shit stresses me out.
But I love that stress, like just sitting there and you're in a room full of clickers and what are they called, shamblers and all that stuff. You're like, how am I about to get out of this place without getting seen? And most times you get seen and you're like,
and you just
like flailing for your way to try to get out, and like it just feels so good.
But it's like a little realistic. It's bro. The gameplay is amazing. But let's move on. We 30 minutes in. Few things that came up in the time period since, because our last podcast was right before the Ps5 event. So after that, there was a lot of shit going on a little bit. There was firstly, just real quick, Cyberpunk delayed November 19th to September 17th. That's like the second delay, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to come out May, I believe. originally. One of those
March.
two.
It's
I think
got
it
to
was
be
supposed to
May.
come out in March or May. I don't remember when.
March sounds too early.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to come out in May, but now then it was September. Now it's November.
No. Then yeah. I said it backwards. You're right.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, features are being cut. I can't remember. I don't think it's too big of a deal. I think people are overhyping what's being cut. I think it was like vehicle customized. I don't know, something like it. It might be affect you, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it will. I don't think it'll affect you.
Puka Jones said it was supposed to come out in April.
April. That. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember April. I remember that. March didn't sound right, and May didn't sound right either. But that's kind of was going with it.
I think it was around there. April's right in between.
Exactly. Yeah. And then from there, Mixer. These dudes shut down, bruh. Oh God, this man Ninja copped a big old baggity bag, and now he can do whatever he wants.
He's like,
That junk is hilarious. That site, that platform was so buns. Like the only thing it had going for it was it looked kind of nice, looked kind of modern. But I remember I tried using it. I don't remember what was going on, but it was just not working. I was like, oh God, you guys are awful, and I got right off that platform. So there's going. They're merging with Facebook Gaming. Just thought I'd throw it in there because it's funny, very funny. Next, Ps5 Box Art. What y'all think about it? We gotta. I'll go first real quick. I don't really. I like the blue. Yeah, you're tripping. I like the blue box, but it's the combination of the white that I think it's gonna grow on us. I'm already looking at it. It's been like 2-3 months. I'm already like, it's not that bad. But when I first saw it, I was like, what is that white doing? People were saying they didn't like the box. Blue's my favorite color, so I like blue. But it's the combination with the white. And I think that's like as a whole what we're all talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If it was blue stripe with the blue box like the PS4 is, it would look fire. If it was white box with the white stripe, it would look fire.
Box, yeah.
It's a white stripe with a blue box, and it kind of just looks weird.
Yeah, they should have swapped it. They should have made the box white and then that blue.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been
hard.
A little bit better.
Other than that, and then they're not there. I think this is true. Like, Xbox is doing. They got. Oh man, I gotta get a Xbox game logo and shit on here, because they got all this noise on their box with this big ass,
all the stickers, all that stuff.
But PlayStation, what I want to confirm, they're not saying only on PlayStation anymore. They're just gonna have their PlayStation Studios. I think. Wait, am I tripping?
I think so.
That's if it's a first party exclusive.
Made by them,
yeah. So even if it's an exclusive like Godfall, which isn't coming out on Xbox, they don't even say anything. They don't need to. They don't feel like it. But then this is so funny how Phil Spencer will get up there and say it's not about console wars, but then all their marketing is trying to like make themselves sound superior. Whereas PlayStation, they're literally toning it down. They don't even put. They don't even like. You're not even gonna know if it's an exclusive anymore. It's just gonna, you're just gonna see like on first glance. You're not gonna know because they don't care anymore. I don't really know what the reason is, but it's
like interesting because now because PlayStation now has that PS Studios thing, that like tag or the picture or whatever logo that popped up at every single start of those trailers that was a PlayStation Studio in that reveal event, and like even then, that was the first time they showed it. It still felt like important in sort of a
subtly
way. You know
important.
What I mean? Like it had weight. Like you're like, oh my god, it's a PS Studio game, and that's the first time you ever see that logo. So
they do it.
Like I feel like they already have that repertoire with fans and like everyone that's just like, if it's a PlayStation exclusive, like you just know.
Bro, they're
you know what I mean?
PlayStation. Right now, like the state, they're like the cool kid, and Xbox is the kid who has rich parents. I think that's the perfect way to put it, because you see the way you described that, and then look at Xbox's events. It's just a little bit annoying. Not a little bit. It's straight, frankly, annoying. World premiere, console launch exclusive. It's like, brother, please shut up. Just show me it, man. And then they got the optimized for Series X. It doesn't mean anything. I'm jumping the gun, but god dang it, Halo looks like absolute buns. graphically, like, and I'm not even it ain't even about graphics, like it's just that of how poor it looks. It's not about like how good it looks in the sense of like I'm not saying oh it doesn't look it just frankly looks like a PS3 slash Xbox 360 game. Just
I don't know about all that.
Around the board. You said what? You wouldn't agree?
I would not agree that it looks like a PS3 Xbox 360 game.
Destiny on PS3 looks like that. Maybe better.
I would say it looks like a PS4 game or like a Xbox One game, and it is one. But like the thing is with Halo Infinite is that it hits a certain art style of like the original Halos pretty well. Like that looks more like original Halo than like 4 and 5 did.
No, you're right, but you can.
I feel like they definitely could have made it more detailed, and definitely because like even the enemy models, like their faces look gross. Like I don't know if you saw that meme.
We've all seen it.
But like I feel like the art design is good, but like it isn't as the overall aesthetic or the overall graphical quality isn't as good as like Ghost or Last of Us or things like that.
Just in general, it just should be like. And I'm talking like a few clicks up, nothing too granular, bro. I just need like, because I'm not asking for much. I'm about to put it on the screen right now. I just think this is disrespectful. Let me fit it to screen.
Oh my god, bro.
I just think like
zoomed in like that.
No, I just added it and it was big as shit when I added it. Like,
look at his textures.
That's what I'm saying. We're jumping the gun so bad. Bro. It's just like, bro. Now they said it's gonna, and I bet you 20. I actually fully believe them when they say it's gonna probably gradually get better because they're working from the ground up. They got to work with the lowest common denominator, and we don't even know about their. I mean, the rumor is they're gonna have an even weaker system out that's gonna be probably piss cheap.
Yeah, the Lockhart.
Yeah, so I'm sure that they're working their way up, and so from that, it's new technology. You got to start smaller to understand it, but they don't want that to delay the game's release. So it probably is gonna look way better. Like in 2-3 years, we're gonna like come back to this screenshot and compare and be like, damn, it's been a while. But just right now, we gotta get these jokes off. Man. It's just the way it is.
Man, he's like a combination from
Just gotta get these jokes off, bro. Anyways,
also they also said they're about to have a free ray tracing update, and so it's definitely going to look better eventually. But
yeah,
it just, I think when you look at the two conferences, since we are comparing the two, I mean we haven't started, but I'm about to just compare them right now. The PlayStation 5 games felt like new console experiences, and all these Xbox Series X games felt like Xbox One games. You know what I mean?
And they
like,
are.
Aside from like a couple, I would say felt like Series X games, which would be like Avowed and like the medium. To me, I like the medium.
It looked cool. Definitely looked cool.
Those two games to me looked like yeah, that's something you could play on Series X, and like it looks like a Series X game. But everything else just didn't. Like even Forza. All
right, now you jumping. Now I'm gonna have to cut you up because you get right up in it. Tassie says another thing is to consider that it's a 4-player open world. Listen, we could talk about that. We could show examples. There is no excuse for what it looks like besides what we just explained about weak system needs to run everywhere. No. Okay, the fact that it's open world, that's why the bar is where it's at right now, because for that plus the idea that Lockhart weak Xbox One game, then they roll it up. So those two reasons are why it looks like that. And again, they could put this out later and it would look better, but they need their money and they've already promised it too long, so they're gonna do what they got to do to meet that deadline. I bet there was an initial rumor like 2 days ago that multiplayer wasn't gonna ship with it, but the head of community reached out on Nibelian's tweet and was like, nothing to see here, this ain't true. So what's up, Shadow? He's basically saying what we're saying. So real quick, I think that's everything. PSO2 New Genesis, because we're not really, I guess we will talk about it since that's part of Xbox. So let's get up in these guts of the PlayStation 5 event. I think most of us probably don't remember what the hell was shown. What you gotta say?
We done with Xbox already?
No, we not. We going on PlayStation and Xbox. We wasn't even supposed to be talking about Xbox.
I was about to say, nah, bro. I got
we
angry at release.
It got started from the box art and how the Xbox box art has a lot of noise and PlayStation has none. So that's what's up. So what do we?
Let me answer that then. I didn't like the PS5 box art at first. When I first saw it, I was like, ugh, it's trash. But now I'm looking at it every day and I'm like, okay.
That's what I said too. Yeah, it's gonna warm up to us. We're gonna warm up to it.
Xbox, it triggers me when I see UK box arts because it reminds me of what Xbox is doing with theirs.
Because I got a bunch of shit.
That giant optimized for Xbox Series X.
Oh yeah.
And it's just there, like it's just there in the middle of the screen. I'm like, bro, put it on the back. Weave it into the design of like the label or something. Find a way so it don't.
Or put it on like the top of the box or something. You know what I mean?
Or shrink it.
Yeah, or shrink it. That thing is huge. Look at that. Like it says Xbox and Xbox Series X right there. It could say optimized for Xbox Series X right there on that little banner.
Yep.
They don't need that giant like logo there.
Brother.
And things like smart delivery, that could be on the back.
It don't even need to be any now because whenever PlayStation had it cross buy, they would put it on the box. But so it's whatever. But the problem is the accumulation of everything. There's just Halo Infinite doesn't even look that bad. I feel like there's other ones that have looked worse.
No, I think Yakuza is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a few other games that just like. I get it. You're trying to push the whole world most powerful console, you know. For y'all.
No, that's a whole nother. But let me hold my tongue. Hopefully, I remember.
Well, okay. Well, like putting that on the box. What's the purpose of putting that on the box?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying I don't want to go on my tangent right now.
Okay. Yeah. But then, like, let's be real. Like that giant logo, right? That optimized thing is kind of weird to me because then it's under that it says Xbox Series, like it's like a little thing right above Master Chief's head. It says Xbox Series X, Xbox One. So like
they're trying to tell you a lot with it. They're trying to tell you a lot but that's what I mean by like the rich kid. They're trying to tell you a lot because they feel like they have to tell you a lot. PlayStation's like, yo, you know the vibes, you know what's good. Don't worry. Shit. All right, let's get up in. Like I said, I'm not gonna say that shit again. Get up in these guts. All right, so like I said, we probably all kind of forget. So I got us. So to start it off, I think this is the order that we're showing. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. A lot of.
Well, first was GTA.
I had that neck. Oh, GTA. Oh yeah.
GTA 5 was the first thing shown, which was weird.
It was funny, bro. What is that? That's Rockstar?
Yeah.
Rockstar was like, yo, y'all was throwing jokes around about it being 2 generations. Or, yeah, make it 3. Make it 3. Let's see how much money. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, Rockstar, GTA 5, a game from the PS3 generation, is now making its way to the PS5 generation. We don't even that shit's not getting limelight. Screw that game. It's like no. It's like no.
I have nothing to say about it.
I would already have it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's played it already.
Yeah. So that's that. Spider-Man Miles Morales was the first game. Just the same way Xbox came out with Halo Infinite. We for PlayStation they kind of came out with a couple things and that would have been considered them coming out swinging, which is interesting to think about. But yeah, so Spider-Man Miles Morales at the start, people thought it was a DLC. They cleared it up, but it's funny when they were clearing it up. Insomniac themselves tweeted, "This is a standalone game." Somebody under their tweet was like, "Do you have a source?" And then they even replied. I forget what they said. They said something funny. They didn't say anything petty, but it was just like overall funny. They could have been really petty, but they didn't.
So it is a standalone game, but is it shorter?
It's like 10 hours. I think they said, yeah.
So it's like it's like a Infamous First Light type deal.
or
Lost Legacy
Uncharted.
type
Exactly,
deal.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but that's still gonna be cool. I still gotta beat the base Spider-Man, but I'm really not worried because it's so
What?
short,
You ain't Spider-Man?
bro. Because I would get on, bro. I would
Turn
get
off Ghost
on,
of Tsushima.
Yeah, Festival of
bro,
Blood too.
Turn it
bro.
off.
Infamous too.
I would get on and I would swing for like an hour and then I just get off.
Nah, bro, you gotta turn off Ghost of Tsushima, bro.
Oh no, chill. It's gonna, dude. It takes like 10. I could literally beat that in one sitting. If I just
That's
did,
the problem. You ain't beat it in that one city. It's been out for what, a year or two now?
bro. It's all right.
Jammer, I played Spider-Man, lost my save file, and then beat it before you even beat it once.
That's fine. I could have done. I could have like the problem isn't beating it because like if we're talking about some long JRPGs, that's one thing. But this is a short game. There's no problem.
To me that's even worse. Like I
Bro.
completely understand if someone doesn't beat a long JRPG, but you ain't beat Spider-Man.
It's all good, bro. We're chilling over here. There's no problems, bro.
It was cool though. It's a good game. I like Spider-Man a lot.
And then we had GT7. I don't think any of us are really racing fans, but
No.
Good shit. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Looks gas.
That gas.
You know,
Yep.
we're neutral over in these parts, and it's funny. Whenever I first saw that game, the whole loading at the start, it looked unreal. How fast. And then I remember I looked at one breakdown and I could see it. I was like, oh, there's a loading. And not that it's like long, but I could just see it a little bit. Before I wasn't seeing it at all. So just through it playing multiple times, I'm like, okay, I see where the loading's happening.
Yeah, every single time they go through a portal and then go out of the portal, that's a loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's still fast. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It still gives you the effect of jumping through the whatever it is, the dimensions, the planets, whatever they're jumping through.
So it's gonna be lit. I've always looked. I've played a few Ratchet and Clank. I don't think I've beaten one. I played a few here and there. I feel like this will be the first one I really want to get because since it'll be a launch title, that's what they got to do with these Ratchet games because they usually I feel like they release them late, like mid to end of the cycles, and by then I'm just like not. I'm more picky with what I buy versus at the start. I'm probably buying like everything just because there's not much.
Yeah, recently, actually, no, the first Ratchet, or I guess there's only been one Ratchet and Clank game on PS4. The one Ratchet and Clank game that was on PS4 was kind of early.
Was it?
Yeah,
Maybe I just wasn't thinking about
it. Was whenever the movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a great game.
Yeah, and then we have Project Atheia. It was interesting how we saw concrete gameplay of it, but then it's still the name is TBD.
Yeah, it's a Square Enix game. They do that a lot. I thought it looked cool. When they that's one where she was like jumping on the canyon thing, right?
And then she was like picking up rocks, I think.
Yeah. That was cool. I like the momentum that she had when she was jumping through the things looked really cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked cool. Not much there. Stray. There's just some indie. I don't really even. Oh, it was like with the cat.
You play as a cat. Yeah, you play as a cat in that weird robot world type deal.
Returnal. I was very confused, but then I got word it was made. It's from the creator of Super Stardust, and I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. It's gonna be an arcade, but like they're actually putting some type of story behind it.
Yeah, it looks like a Groundhog Day type thing, where you like go through the world and it changes aesthetic every time you die. It seems like
probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but the action, like the splits of gameplay that they showed in it, it looked really fun to me.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to get it.
Sackboy Big Adventure, yes sir.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. That game reminds me of too heavy of Super Mario 3D Land.
Yeah. I was gonna say 3D World, but yeah, that type of style.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, I'm really excited for. This time I feel like the PS4 generation lacked. Like, platformers were non-existent. Mm-hmm. I am so happy they're coming back the way they are hitting for next gen. Like, I feel like right now at this point, I may be capping what I'm about to say. But I feel like the PS5 not even out yet, or the Xbox Series X is not out. And we got more platformers than we got probably the whole entirety of PS4. At least notable ones.
I think it's because the PS4, all the platforms are coming out near the end. Like we're about to get this Crash Bandicoot 4. We just got the remasters for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and I feel like there's another platformer. Battle for Bikini Bottom remaster came out too, so I feel like we're just now on the PS4 getting platformers. So once it actually gets to PS5, where we're like, because right now it's like a roller coaster. We're like going up into the peak, because we had the remasters, and now we're going to start getting the new games. I feel like PS5 100% is going to be a good platformer console.
It's gonna have variety.
Yeah.
They're going back because they got money now, and they understand things, so they can push out the same realistic stuff while having more variety. I think that's what's gonna happen. We got Kena Bridge of Spirits. Actually, is gonna be a sleeper.
Whoa! You skipped a game.
No, what?
According to my list, the fake Twisted Metal game, Destruction Derby or whatever it was called.
Yeah, it's not on this website.
I mean, that game sucked. That game did not look good, but
it could have been good. But that name is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, also it just doesn't. It looks like less fun Twisted Metal. Like just make Twisted Metal, guys.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say they should have just made Twisted Metal. That's exactly what I said when they showed it. I was like, dude, you guys should have. I thought it was gonna be, but it looked too straight edge. It didn't look edgy enough. Well then, yeah. After that, Kena Bridge of Spirits. I remember there was a rumor, a leak about the whatchamacallit, the event, and one of the things we're saying there's gonna be a Disney-like movie, and I think they're referring to that game because that shit looked like a Disney movie.
Like the little black things are cute,
and even the combat looked lit. I was like, wait, hold up.
Is this the one that's made by the people who made that Majora's Mask video? Amber Labs?
Amber Labs, yeah. It was the two guys. The one dude they were brothers, but he was looking at him like he was a snack or something. I swear, I was like, whoa. I was like, why you look at him like that, bro?
Dumb, bro.
And then Oddworld Soulstorm. Like that's.
Dang, you missed another game too.
Oh my god, it ain't me, bro. What's the next one?
The furry game.
No, I'm not talking about that. Anyways, Oddworld. All right, what you gotta say?
All I gotta say is that when I was watching the conference and I saw that, I'm just like, are they really making a furry game right now?
It wasn't just furry; it was furry LGBTQ. They went the whole 9 yards.
And it was like teenager, high school type stuff. Like,
yeah, respect.
Like, there's a very specific
demographic that game is targeting. Yeah, for sure.
Look, I'm 100% all for rights and stuff like that. That's fire. I love that support. But this what y'all get for supporting B-stars. This is exactly what y'all get. that game was just random. Like the placement of that game to me was
bro,
just random.
It messed me up. Like watching, I'm like, what the freak is going on right now? You just showed me some cool shit, and then it came, and I was like, just confused. But goodbye Volcano High, game of the year, yes sir. Oddworld Soulstorm. Any Oddworld fans?
I am not. Although
it looked fire.
Yeah, it looked. So I played the original one on PS1. I don't remember which one that was called, but I played it because I had it on my PS3. And I didn't really like it, but that one looks a little bit better than that older one I played, just because it looks newer and looks better. And also the trailer was funny too, when like the guy like went out the window, and I forgot what he said, but it was like someone like something blew up, and he's like, "Oh shit," or something like that. Like I don't remember what he said, but that was really funny. That was a good trailer.
Yeah, it definitely was. All these games so far that I've said, besides Stray, okay, no, GT7, Ratchet and Clank, TBD, but I think Ratchet and Clank is probably 2021, early 2021. But everything else supposedly is 2020. I didn't even realize it's Sackboy. They say Sack. Yeah, who cares about release date? I think we'll have more confirmation as we get closer, because I'm not fully sure. But next was Ghostwire Tokyo. I think it's next before this man Sam corrects me.
It is. Corner of my list.
Yes. I need that. I researched that game, and I'm on the wave. I am on the way.
Is this the one? That what was it? Ikumi sent. What's her name?
Yeah.
Is this her? Is this her?
Yes.
But she don't work at the company that's making this anymore.
Well,
So,
yeah, it's not anymore, but the game kind of looked.
so she probably finished what she had to do, then left. Is that what?
Yeah.
It looks fire.
Definitely looks cool.
Godfall. The reason why I'm like most hyped for this one is because it's a launch title and it's like an online base, and it finally doesn't. It's not a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, right now it looks cool. So, and like I think it's one of those that I'm gonna be sinking my most time in early PS5 whenever there's not as much, even though there's gonna be a decent amount. But like if it's a single player game after I beat it, I'm always gonna fall back on Godfall.
Yeah, to me it looks really cool. I thought the trailer was really dumb though. Like it had like I don't remember what song was on it.
Bro, I don't understand. No, everybody's. It doesn't make sense to me. What do they want? Classical music? It's a rap song.
No, I know, but like, it just doesn't fit the vibe of like.
How though? It's a multiplayer Mountain Dew type of game, so they got a rap song. Everybody says that, so it's like you're not dealing. But I completely disagree.
To me, it felt weird. To me, it was like listening to that song that was on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer. Gangsta's Paradise, I think it was. It's like one of those to me. It's just like the song itself isn't bad. It's just what it's matched up with just feels weird to me. But that game looked fun. I'm probably buying it when it comes out for launch, most likely, because I'm going to need something to play.
Oh yeah. Next is Solar Ash. Another indie. It looked good though.
I was surprised by that game. I was like,
yeah.
I was literally just like a lot of other people when I was rewatching people's reactions. I was like, all right, just give us a top-down view and get it over with. And then they showed like full through. I was like, oh, and she's skating.
Mm-hmm. Made me feel like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Exactly. So that might be a game. That might be a top.
Hitman 3. Is that even new, or is that just a port?
I have no idea. I've never played Hitman before.
I think it's the next saga of the last one that Square Enix dropped.
Yeah, it's the last game of whatever Hitman trilogy they're on right now. It looks cool. Also, I just realized you missed a game, and it was Jet. We played as that Jet.
I don't even know. I don't remember.
It looked alright. It was like one of those like indie games where like you're like this jet flying around, and like it kind of reminded me of Journey, but you're in a jet.
Okay. Okay. Yo, this website trash. This is t3.com. Trash. Y'all
I
trash.
literally watched it and like wrote notes as
I know. You said it, yeah. Astrobot.
Wait, before we do the Astrobot, can we talk about the PS5 Startup Screen? Because that's when they showed the startup screen. I don't know if you remember.
I know. I remember.
Like the PS3 startup screen.
I felt like it was. I mean, I thought it was lit.
Me too. I was thank God.
From work and then just hearing that. That's fine.
What is this guy? This guy made a video. PS5 Startup Screen. All PlayStation Startup PS1 to PS5. This guy's a funny guy. Funny. I'm trying to see it. Yeah, press it. That shit is futuristic. Everything about everything about PS5 just feels futuristic.
Oh yes, that looks so beautiful. Just the way the particles are around, like
that's what I mean.
Like that's what when you looked at the PS3 and PSP one. Actually, I don't know if the PSP had the particles, but I know the PS3 one had the particles. That's what it looks like. There is what it felt like when you watched it back then. Like just how nice and quality is, how everything is sort of, instead of it just being in the middle, sort of all over the screen, all the little specks.
Yeah.
I cannot. I was one. I mean, obviously they didn't say anything about it, but I mean, what else was it? What else was it? So that's lit. That's lit. Astrobot comes pre-installed onto your PS5 day one, and it's gonna let you try out all of those features. I think last week or 2 weeks ago, Jeff Keighley demoed it live, and they did like haptic feedback. They were talking to you through the controller, which is interesting how they were highlighting that, but that's not anything new. I might maybe, but he was blowing in it though because there's a mic too. That's some PS Vita shit.
Yeah,
bro. Or Uncharted Golden Abyss had your ass putting a flashlight on the back of your Vita, bro. Yes. I was in on the way back from a wrestling match on the bus, trying to play Uncharted Golden Abyss. I had to pull out my damn phone. It was pitch black. I had to pull out my damn phone as a flashlight. I'm like, this is a little OD, man. Like, I'm just trying to play my game. But I'm sure, I feel like as the generation goes on, they've understood how to use controller features way better. The touchpad, I feel like one of the best. Like, it's not too intrusive, and people have been finding really good ways to use it. Ghost of Tsushima is a perfect example. Things that you're never gonna need to like be in really like you're in a heated battle, you have to use it or something like that. It's always like smooth, like answer your phone. That one, like play the flute if you slide it left, all that kind of stuff. So it's
play the guitar.
Yeah, yep, and that shit felt good. So I think I like that one. It adds to the effect while not destroying from the gameplay. So that'll be, I'm sure there'll be some things. I don't know. The blowing might not really be that common. More platformer based, I bet. But haptic feedback, I'm excited to see what that feels like, because like I was, Ghost, you have your one attire on, and if you have the travel attire, it vibrates more and more when you get somewhere. You know how you find clues, and it just felt. I was like, this feels cool. I can't imagine whenever they have more control over their vibration, what that's gonna feel like. So looking forward to that. Little Devil Inside actually looks mad lit. Like that. Yeah. Like out of all the indies, that one looks the best. Holy crap.
I see, when I first saw it, I didn't really understand what was going on, but then like as the trailer progressed, it just like it kept getting like better and better and a little bit more charming. Like the poop joke, like just the way the game seems like it's going to be playing as two characters, as like the warrior type guy and then like the old dude in the town. Like I feel like it could be really cool. I like it a lot. Definitely about to play it.
And the star of the show, NBA 2K21.
Zion. That game's $70 on PS5.
It's funny because isn't that the only game confirmed for 70?
Yeah, because Ubisoft said Valhalla, and I don't know if they're releasing anything else. Legion, maybe? I don't know. Or $60. They said those are $60. Yeah, so right now it's only 2K as far as I can tell.
Good luck. And we got Bug Snacks, so everyone's clowning it, but that's making it the most talked about game. So that game's probably gonna bang.
The song, which was cool. I liked Octodad, so I'm actually kind of excited for this game. I'm gonna wait till reviews, but it looks stupid in a good way.
I'm just saying, if I go over your house on launch day and the only game you got is Bug Snacks, you gotta have something like that you can show me off the PS5. Like, Bug Snacks cool and all, but like that's way better than the Xbox, the Honey I Shrunk the Kids game. but Bug Snacks, like, imagine coming over like, hey, you trying to play on my PS5? I come over, spend like 30 minutes to go to your crib or whatever. Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's play the PS5. You can be like, I got Bug Snacks on me. Nah, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna be like, let's get it, bro.
No, bro. You better have. This is the one time I wish you have 2K.
You tripping? I'd rather play Bug Snacks over 2K. What?
I mean, I'd rather play everything over 2. I'd rather watch paint dry than play a video game before playing 2K again. 2K has burned me. I used to be one of those 2K people that spent a lot of money on it.
Damn.
Like 2015, 2016 was toxic because I would be like, day one, I'm buying the Founders Edition. Oh, I got enough VC. I'm dropping another Hondo. Like,
Oh my god.
That's how bad I was with 2K. But then I realized they was feeding me the same game each year with updates. I stopped.
Next generation graphics. What are you talking about? Deathloop.
Whoa, you forgot Demon Souls.
For real. This website's big trash. Demon Souls, you know that's the GOAT. I don't even got much to say. I'm excited. With that announced, I'm finna play Dark Souls 3 and beat it. I gotta do it. So that's coming soon. After Ghost, I think that's when I'm gonna start Dark Souls 3. I had played it a little bit. I'm probably gonna restart, to be honest. I'm just gonna get a clean, fresh slate. Because I think I might have beaten like 3 bosses. But yeah, so I'm excited to play the OG. I'm excited to play what had to be made for Bloodborne, the greatest game of our lifetimes to be made. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's so much. But I remember when Demon Souls first came out, and GameSpot, I don't know what year it was, gave it Game of the Year, and I was so mad. I was like, what is this Demon Souls game? Who's heard of this game? And why did it win over, like, I don't even know what game, Uncharted 2 or something like that I was rooting for? Like, how did this happen? What is this demon? And now you just see the Soul series everywhere.
Yup. Yes, sir. Bloodborne, yes, sir. So that's gonna be shoo-wee Demon Souls remake, and that thing looks thangin'. That thing looks.
That giant soldier dude, or
with
the
the
giant
shield,
boss dude,
with the shield.
Yeah,
when he puts it down,
in the trailer, like you just feel how big he is. You don't even need to be playing the game.
Just emanating this energy. You're like, I need this in my life. Oh my god. And that's exclusive. Good lord. What? Oh my god. So
yeah, they're showing some Heat exclusives at this. Oh yeah.
And like it's variety, because when we get to the Xbox, bro, it got to this point where I'm like, bro, these all look the same. They're not the same, but they just give off the same vibe. But it's ridiculous. Resident Evil Village. So we thought it was 8, and I don't think it's 8. This is
8. No, it is 8. It's Resident Evil 8 Village, because the VILL.
No, but I swear I saw Square Enix come out and say it's not.
No way, it is 8. Because they like highlighted it. They highlighted the number in Village.
They did. I remember that. So when I saw that post, I was like, "What is going on?"
Is it the same thing with 7?
Yeah, with 7, the exact same thing.
Okay. Which makes sense. I was thinking that. Pragmata, that one we didn't know much. First off, these dudes really slapped the 2022 date. I'm like, what the? And they didn't even show us gameplay. And they just slapped on 2022 date.
Dude, I thought I was watching Death Stranding 2 when I was looking at that trailer. I was like, what is this? That junk
looked interesting to me.
And then it was just kind of trippy. I was more mad that it wasn't a Kojima game more than what it actually was.
Who's making it? It's Square Enix, though, right? It's Square Enix.
I don't know who it is. Actually, it might be Square.
Let me see. It looked.
That's Capcom.
And I knew it was somebody well known. Dude said 2022. Get the.
I thought it was Kojima. I was like, all right, take it.
Everyone was saying that when it got revealed.
I'm probably not copping that game.
I mean, we don't know anything about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I see spacesuit like that, and I'm turned off.
But see, I could see where you're coming from, but then there's a little girl that looks like robotic. So, yeah, but we'll see. We gotta just see what 2022. Yeah, because 2022. Come on, brother. So, Horizon Forbidden West. I need to play Horizon. I was playing Horizon a couple months ago, last month, and I was getting bought by these one dinosaurs. It was like a rhino. And I'm like, this game is wild. I need to beat it. But I'm like, trash right now at it. I don't know. I forget how to take down these freaking... it's kind of getting me excited, because like, I got to like learn. I had a lot to learn, and it's open world, and it's a pretty good open world. Damn, because I'm thinking about Ghost as I play it. As I think about it, I'm referring back to Ghost, and its open world is close to that. I think the story isn't as enticing, though. But
I just hope that Horizon Zero Dawn is backwards compatible with the PS5, because I'm probably going to play it on there, because I'm probably not going to play it on my PS4, because I still need to play the game.
You don't own it?
I do own it. I'm just
Oh,
too lazy to play it.
that's what I mean. I feel like so many people were like that. We all bought it, and we played it for just a few, like an hour or two. And I don't know about you, but I was like, this is amazing. And then I just didn't turn it back on. Every day I was like questioning. I'm like, it's amazing. Why won't I play it?
I'm
It's
gonna be
like
real. For me, it was Zelda, cause like I was just like, oh, I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, dang, I played 4 hours of this. This fire, and I deleted it. Like
what? Deleted what?
Horizon Zero Dawn, because I
Okay,
knew I
okay.
was gonna play Zelda. I knew I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
play Zelda, and now I'm like, dang, now I want to play it though.
I guess I think that is the problem. I forgot it came out during. Yeah, that's the problem.
It came out right before it. Like it came out in February, whatever, and like the Zelda came out like March 3rd or something like that. And so it was like,
Yeah.
am I really about to play Horizon Zero Dawn in a week right before I'm about to play Zelda, which is about to be a fat open world, like the most unique open world that we've seen in a long time with how it plays? Like, nah, I ain't trying to play Horizon. Like, like what?
See,
Why would I
I
do that?
did, and I was like, "This is amazing." And then I hopped on Zelda, and I was like, "Wait, but this is better."
Exactly.
And then okay, look at this damn website. Now it tells me GTA 5. So, all right, that's it for PS5. Let's hog tail right over to Xbox. This one's a lot shorter, and there's a lot less to talk about because it was majority CGI. We start off with Halo Infinite. We had a little discussion about this. That junk looked like Halo 3. It actually looks like Halo 3.
It's like a tech demo online I'm playing, but
That's how they're trying to say. They're like, it's early stages of the game. Brother, this game's coming out in like 3-4 months. You talking about this is early stages. What?
The I'm glad that they showed a game like actual gameplay, like just a snippet of gameplay.
Again, I hope they would. 4 to 5 months away from release. Like, if they didn't show it, there would be problems.
To me, when watching it though, it seemed cool that it was an open world. Because like the first few Halo games, they weren't open world. Obviously, they were still levels, but they were open levels. Like they were more
Yeah.
expansive than they are in the more recent games. But so I liked how they went back to that and like made it way bigger. But the guns, something about the guns when they like were hitting people, it felt like it had no oomph or power.
I gotta rewatch because to me, the gameplay, apart from graphics, it looked solid, and I feel like Halo should have always been open world. I feel like this is gonna work out really well. The cars, it's just gonna work out. It just Halo is a very open world compatible game. I think it's gonna gameplay wise, it'll be great.
Yeah, I got interrupted. My bad. So the guns with like they just feel like when that person was shooting like the little mini guys with the AR, it felt like it took so many bullets. And I know in Halo it normally takes a lot of bullets to kill people, but that one it felt a little too much. Like I don't know, it felt like the guns had no power to them except
Yeah.
for the like the pistol revolver thing that was like one shotting things. That looked cool, but everything else, looks alright. Looks okay.
Definitely didn't look anything crazy. They definitely didn't wow anybody.
Hmm.
And I mean, obviously you have that's like subjective, but as a whole, core people that aren't just like surprised at everything easily. It didn't do anything too crazy. Not saying it's not gonna be good. It just wasn't. It was just people. I think because people have high expectations. So.
Also interesting, the game is going to be this is like the last Halo game. Well, not obviously
Yeah,
not
for
the last,
a
but the last
while.
for a while. So they're just going to keep adding on to it. And when we get to a couple other games later here, I feel like there's a huge strategy behind the
Oh
way they're
yeah.
making
Oh yeah.
games, where they're not making like games that are going to have sequels. They're just making games that are going to get updated and like because it all feels like everything in here is less about the Series X and more about Xbox Game Pass.
For sure.
Like it felt like an Xbox Game Pass conference, not an Xbox Series X conference.
Yep. Which is interesting, because this is where I say, dude, I think they're starting to get confused because why are you bragging about world's most powerful console if these games aren't going to be utilizing that? They're utilizing that just to get more frames, just to get higher resolution, not from a technically advanced standpoint. But it's the most powerful console. So not maybe they're not confused, but they're just confusing consumers. They're blinding them. It's kind of stupid to me. Like I have no problem with what they're doing, but I have no problem with the Game Pass push with the play it on all the platforms. I think it's a unique way to approach it, and I think it's a way that'll be successful. But the problem that I have is you're saying doing that while trying to act like you have the strongest console. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. We won't know because the games aren't showing it. So it's like it's just literally talk. They're just talking in my face, and it's not meaning anything because they say they're strong, but you get what I just said. Next was State of Decay 3. That's actually it's in pre-production, and they showed us a CDI trailer, so who knows when that's coming out. 2022 at the earliest. Pre-production. Now we could do some research on what that means.
I know people like it, but like
didn't two have some problems with that release this gen?
Yeah, it did have. I don't know if it had problems. I think it did have problems, but I think also at the same time it just wasn't like anything new.
Special,
like,
yeah.
It kind of felt like the first one from what people were saying. So hopefully the third one is a little bit different.
We shall see. We shall see. Forza Motorsport. Oh, this one's exclusive. It's a Series X and a PC.
Yes.
So people are putting out articles. Washington Post is saying Xbox is already lying because they said all of our games for a couple years are gonna be all. But see, I mean, I think good. Don't put these on the freaking other ones. But obviously, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, based off what they're saying, yeah. What's going on here, guys?
So this is another game, along with Halo Infinite, where I feel like they didn't say it, they didn't outright say it, that it's going to be a service type game where it's just constantly expanded on. But the fact that they didn't call it Forza, I don't even know what number they're on, 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like that they're just going to make a Forza game and then add on to it more instead of just making new Forza games every year.
I could see that. 100%.
Because everyone's going to get on Game Pass anyway. Like everything here is on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, what's the point of making a bunch of different Forza games when you could just make a definitive Forza game that everyone can play?
Like I said, it's a pretty interesting. I don't want to say smart because we gotta see how that affects in the long term, and right now it seems pretty good. Like it's a good idea. It's a good idea at the very least. Is what I think. Everwild. I don't even remember what this is.
This is Rare's new game where like you like controlled or saved the animals or something like that.
I'm gonna be real with you. That was like the one game that I was interested in.
Everwild.
Yeah, I think the character designs and like the world itself appealed to me heavy. Like I was like really wanting to know more about Everwild. We didn't get gameplay, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did. Not it was an engine of a trailer, at the very least.
Like it sort of showed you what was going to happen, but it wasn't gameplay.
Yeah, it wasn't gameplay, but at least it was an engine. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, well. Regardless, that looked beautiful to me.
Yeah, that is true. What's like, how's he gonna play? Whatever. And no, I'm not interested in it, but I could. Its style is something that I usually am interested in. So I feel you. Tell me why. What the hell is this?
So this is the life of the people who made Life is Strange.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
The mom.
No, I wasn't really paying attention.
Trying to get the mom.
Somebody said that's Karen. Karen is strange.
Oh my god.
I couldn't stop laughing, bro.
I wasn't into Life is Strange. I played the first 2 chapters and I wasn't too into it. The story seems like it can go cool places with how it's sort of set up in the trailer, but I'm not going to play it to find out.
Yeah.
And the first chapter comes out on the 27th, so we'll see if people like it.
Yes, sir. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Oh my god.
I need to actually play the series.
But I just think
so badly.
It was just this guy coming on screen. The one time that they were talking about power and trying to market the Xbox Series X, it's about a 2D game. It's like, bro, there's only so far you can go. Like, yeah, you can get details, but in terms of graphically demanding, there's only so far you can go with a game like that. A PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, I'm sure they could optimize it to run 120 frames per second.
I also felt like the way they showed the 120 frames per second was a little disingenuous, because like the left side when they showed the 60 FPS looked more like the 120 FPS footage cut in half and less like actually playing at 60 FPS. So like it kind of looked weird. But I need to play these games anyway. I was actually going to download one the other day.
It's probably on Game Pass. It
is on Game Pass. I'm going to play it on PC. Just like every other game I've seen on here, nothing's getting played on an Xbox. It's all, if I'm playing these games, they're getting played on a PC because every single game shown on here is on Game Pass for PC also. So why even buy the box if you have the PC?
The box is for the hype beasts.
Yeah.
No disrespect. The Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon DLC. I might just move on, bro. DLC. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, it was DLC. They said it was DLC in the thing.
They probably did. I just was asleep. You know what I'm saying? Grounded.
I want to play Outer Worlds, but
I mean, Outer. Yeah, I mean, it has a Fallout vibe to it.
Yeah.
And Fallout, but weird. I don't even know. It looks interesting. It looks like a good series, but I don't have much interest to play it.
Ooh, this is Yaya's favorite game of the show.
Grounded.
Our people.
Let's get it.
It comes out July 28th?
No, September 9th.
It says early access July 28th right here.
You're right.
Oh,
wow.
sweet.
Ground is a co-op survival adventure where players are shrunk to the size of ants. They must work together to return back to normal size while along the way avoiding danger. Now, I mean, it sounds like an interesting little mini game type of game.
It might be fun though.
Yeah, it might be fun.
If it's on Game Pass, I'll try it out.
Bravo. Just a what?
Just for the joke. The honey. Just for that. Just to try it out.
Bravo to their trailer. It was funny. They freaking mentioned Cyberpunk in there. That was hilarious.
They was cloud chasing.
Yeah, cloud chasing while belittling themselves, and I'm like, good, because you know what you're aware of what you're making. But I feel like through that that alone kind of could, bro. The concept is cool, honestly. It looks just wholesome. Everyone. I mean, it does look like the movie Ants. I bet you it could be cool. Is that a exclusive?
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, that's the problem with Xbox. You don't know.
Yeah, you next week and then see Xbox One.
I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's exclusive. You can just play that on PC. That's like the weird part to me every single time they call exclusives.
That is, yeah. Avowed.
This game looks cool.
It did look like Skyrim.
I got a problem with that game. All right, so the trailer was cool, but I don't like that most of the trailer was just arrows to a skeleton skull and this man making a purple sign and it just ends.
Nah, bro, that was kind of cool though.
Nah, I like.
Yeah, bro. He wrote he drew the little symbol in it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm with that.
But everything else was just like, oh.
Everything else was Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at Skyrim's reveal trailer. Then look at the Avowed's reveal trailer. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like it's too early to show anything because they're releasing Outer Worlds DLC this year, and it's the same company.
That's true. That is true.
I feel like they just don't have anything yet to really show.
It's Obsidian, like Obsidian's gas. They proved Outer Worlds, but
I mean they proved it when they made Fallout, and then Bethesda copped it, and then they made New Vegas, and it's still better than all the other Fallouts. Bethesda's made sense.
Yikes!
Like they just make better Bethesda-like games. It's just facts.
What is As Dusk Falls? What the hell is that?
I don't even remember what this game was.
I don't think they showed anything.
By the former lead game designer at Quantic Dream.
What is that?
So is this about to be like a heavy rain type game?
Isn't that Quantic? What's that shit called?
Quantic Dream, isn't that then?
No, but there's a game before Control.
Oh, you're thinking of Quantum Break.
Yeah, is that the same people that made that?
No, that's Remedy.
Okay.
Remedy does have a game in here though.
Well, Senua Saga Hellblade 2 set in Iceland.
Maybe they don't.
Ninja Theory. I gotta play the first one. But god dang it.
Oh yes, I remember playing the first one for the first time, and I had headphones in. And it was nighttime. That game is creepy in like a mind trippy way.
That sounds exciting to me.
Yeah, you should play it. I need to beat the first one, but yeah, it looks cool. No, this game also not coming out for another like 3 years. They're just looking at Iceland right now. That's all they're doing.
That is true. They did say that. They were showing us clips of them analyzing Iceland to understand. Psychonauts 2.
Yes.
Some people like that. Long-awaited sequel.
Is Double Fine owned by Xbox now? Did they buy them?
I don't think so.
Because I know this is a multi-platform game, but I'm just wondering if Double Fine was bought out by them. I'm gonna just Google it and find out. Yeah, they are. They're owned by Xbox Game Studio since last year.
Okay.
And I think this is their last multi-platform game.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember them. That name sounds familiar when they talked about who they bought. So okay, yeah. Destiny 2 Beyond Light is coming to Game Pass. Well, I don't know what was that. It says it gives them access to all standard editions. Mm-hmm. But when on new season passes, you'll probably have to buy it. So wait. What's going? Beyond Light is just one part of the DLC. So what does this mean? Because Destiny 2 is free right now. It's free to play. So this is going to give you all past ones. But what about future?
I don't think it'll give you future ones.
There's no way.
But I don't know. It seems like that it's just all the old expansions plus this new one that's coming out, and that's it.
Okay, yeah. So it's like you can get Game Pass and have everything you need to enjoy Destiny for now and what's coming. That's basically what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's cool, but that's so sad that it has to be like that. But at the same time, they're not gonna ever release Destiny 2 raw. That would be you'd be paying like $200 to actually play the game. They're never gonna get new people if they didn't do stuff like this. So, regardless, I want to get back into Destiny, but I'm just waiting. I guess I'm gonna just wait for that shit. Beyond Light. Stalker 2 revealed. What else? This one is really early. But I'm pretty sure it's really early in development as well because we saw CGI yet again.
I have a friend who enjoyed Stalker 1, so he's very excited for this game.
Yeah, I know Flame in the chat. He was also excited for it.
Yeah, I mean it looks cool. I guess I've never seen the first Stalker. So.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, "Where's Stalker 1? What's going on here?" Warhammer 40,000.
I remember playing Stalker 1, and I never want to touch anything horror in my life again.
It's like it's really scary.
I played it at a very, very, very scary time. So it ain't really necessarily. It's not fear, but it's up there. Like there's a lot of like what the hell moments. Like so I don't know. I was kind of like, okay, cool, I'm with it.
This Warhammer 40K, it was around this time that everything they were showing just started to feel the same. Like the same in the sense that it just gives me the similar vibe, but obviously when you look at the game, you're like, obviously it's not the same. But FPS, some dark stuff, some zombies, some throwing some. Oh my god, they all look similar, like nothing, like Psychonauts. What is the other one called? Grounded. Those are like the two things that really stood themselves apart from anything.
Yeah, the only cool things about Stalker 2 and Warhammer is that they are sequels or like new entries in series that haven't been
Yeah,
around or that
for a
haven't had a
while.
new one in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So those fans are definitely happy about these games, even though from people who haven't played it like me and you, like they just look the same, like they're just another shooting type game.
At the core, they are, but they have something else good going on for them. So
Mm-hmm.
Tetris Effect, bro. I was saying
Tetris Effect
Tetris.
Connected.
Tetris gotta be the greatest IP in gaming history. When was
I mean, it
Tetris
is for
released?
sure.
Yeah. When was this, John? Tetris was created in 1984. We got Tetris 99. What was that? A year or two ago. GOAT. Now we got another one.
Well, this is a sequel already to Tetris Effect, which was already
Oh,
like people were calling like the best Tetris game to ever exist, and now this is just a sequel, or maybe it's not
this
even a sequel;
man.
it's just a new version of the game.
This man, Alexei Pajitnov, greatest game developer to grace this earth.
I
Let's
don't think
go.
I don't even know if he gets the money from this game.
That's
I feel like there was some
disrespectful.
weird stuff because of like it was made in the USSR and stuff like that. It was kind of
True.
interesting.
Disrespectful. We gotta give that man. See, that's why I had to call him out. Yo, Alexei, shout out you, bro. You paved the way for gaming. Yes, sir. Real quick, he says, "Do you think this generation of consoles will go one step further in feeling like gaming PCs? That seems to be a starting trend." Let's fly through the rest of this and then we can talk about. We got the Gunk. I actually like it because SteamWorld creators, so I'm
Hmm.
interested. The
Luigi
Medium.
with Keisha.
What you say? Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
with Keisha.
yeah. The Medium looks interesting.
Yeah, I thought this looked cool,
That looked fire. I'm not
It's
gonna see that.
it's
and it
a
comes out holiday 2020. So
it's a I think it's timed or it's cross. I don't think it's exclusive. I know it's not exclusive, but I don't know if it's just timed exclusive or straight up cross from the jump. One of the two, so we all get to play PSO2 New Genesis. It was so crazy when I saw this. I'm like, wait, I was like PSO2, and they show gameplay. I'm like, wait, what is this? And so we got all the information. It's its own full overhaul of PSO2 plus its own thing in a sense. But PSO2 normally is also going to coexist. So it's like all of your gear will stay the same, your card will stay the same. But like think about it from like going on another ship or going out to a field. But then this whole field is another part of the game. Um, so from there, all your gear, level, various other stuff gets reset. Basically, I think character skills are gonna be reworked. I have a full video on it, so if you want to know more, just go watch that.
it's weird that it does all that stuff while still being called Fantasy Star Online too.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 20th anniversary for it. That's also why they wanted to. So and also this is being so they usually release episodes of the story gradually everyone as like big overhaul updates, and I think they would add like a lot of content along with it. This is being coming in place of episodes. I think 7 or 6,
Oh,
one of
okay.
the two. But so it's like instead of giving you a new story, we're just gonna give you like basically a brand new game in a sense because it's gonna play. Yeah, it's gonna be very different, but it's interesting how it's all going to connect. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's not coming out until end of 2021 because US needs to get all of the DLC, all of the episodes before that happens. So that's all that dude, this conference was very PlayStation E3 2014 like they pre announcing too many things early. But it's all good. Crossfire X. I think I forget. Is like it's a shooter, bro. I don't really know.
Yes, this is the game that's made by Remedy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
Control and Alan Wake people.
There we go.
Yeah, it looks cool, I guess. I mean, it's probably gonna be a good game because it's Remedy, but I don't really know. Does Microsoft own Remedy? I feel like they keep lacking on actually copying Remedy.
I have no idea. I feel like I thought PlayStation was gonna buy them.
They don't. They don't own them. Xbox is tripping. They had Alan Wake. They had Quantic Break or what a Quantum Break.
Well,
Whatever.
they had Quantum Break. It didn't do good, and then they from right after that they went crossplay.
Yeah, with Control, and then it did great. So Xbox, just buy Remedy. What's wrong?
But don't you get it? When they were, I mean, at the end of the day, if Xbox buys them, they're just gonna pay the bill. So, but
I mean, that's true.
They did one with Xbox, had a deal, and it didn't work out. They went crossplay, and it worked out. So why I'd be like, I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, but I don't think the thing is whatever it was called, Quantum Break was like weird because it had like those cutscenes that were like a TV show. Like it just tried being too weird.
Yeah.
Like if like Control seems like more like a straightforward video game, and I feel like if Quantum Break was a straightforward video game, it would have gotten received a little better.
Who knows? Last but not least, Fable. CGI. Not even, I mean, yeah, I guess CGI, but all we know is that it exists, which is good. And then fans wanted that too.
Forza Horizon.
Or it's right. Oh, I thought it was all. Is it made by the original devs?
It's made by Playground Games. No, the original devs I'm pretty sure got bankrupt and shut down. But Playground Games makes the Forza Horizon series, so this is the first time they're making a not racing game.
So what dude was saying that he's a Playground's making it. There's no way Fable can be bad, but that doesn't make sense to me. If they usually used to making racing games, and you think that they're not. I don't see the correlation whatsoever.
I didn't really understand what he was saying either. He's not here to speak his mind, but
he always be tweeting. He's an interesting guy.
But the thing is, when they do Forza Horizon, it's really in depth. The gameplay is really arcane and fun.
But that doesn't.
I think they can make a good Fable game. I just don't think it's going to be amazing right out the gate. I feel like it's going to take a little bit for them to.
How do you go from a racing game to a straight up? I don't even know what is it? RPG? It's more than RPG. I feel like it's more than that. It's like a little. I don't know. But,
I mean, it's like an important RPG. Like, there's a lot of pressure to make this game good. Even though Fable really, like, at least in my eyes, it's always just been like an okay series. Like as a whole, like I feel like only Fable 2 is the one that gets that much gas. But I might be wrong.
I'm gonna be real, which is why it was hard for me being like hyped for a lot of announcements. I didn't really grow up with Xbox, and like. My first shooter that I actually got into was Modern Warfare 2. So like Halo, I played a little bit of Halo, but I don't really mean I like connected with it or anything like that. But I understand the hype behind this gameplay at least, which is why I was like, I understand that the game doesn't look visually impressive, but like it looks Halo. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's not enough. That's not enough for like a lot of people to be like, why should I buy the Xbox Series X? So like for me, the Microsoft event kind of turned me off because like Fable, I know of Fable, right? Have I played Fable? No, but I've always heard about people saying, "Yo, Fable's fire." I've played Fable. I think I hear like 1 and 2 is good, and then everything after that's eh. I don't know if that's true or not, but. I don't know. I just feel like the press conference and well, I ain't gonna say press conference. The game showcase was kind of like very, very lackluster to me because there was nothing that really entertained me too well. Like even though I joke about like Grounded was kind of impressive to me because it had color to it. I felt like my problem with a lot of Xbox games compared to at least some of the Sony ones that were shown were like the variety difference in color and just style was more apparent with PlayStation than Xboxes. Because I even tweeted, I was like, I'm tired of all these Xbox games kind of looking like 2 colors with a little bit of orange sprinkled in it. and like that's what they was all looking like. Like medium makes sense to look that way.
Yeah.
But all the shooters was looking the same way. You
Like,
know,
bro, when you say that, Resistance had color, bruh.
yeah.
Resistance had color, bruh. God, I need that series back.
Even like Killzone Shadowfall had color.
For sure. I mean, I just didn't want to shit on them too much because they both got sauce, man. Two of the sauciest FPS is not gone because we did have Killzone, but they should be made more. They should be overextended on because, like, bruh. Anyway, I don't even want to get in on that because I'll start crying. I need Resistance, but I want to answer. Let's see what Weird Tuber said. He said, "So, do you think the generation of consoles will go one step further in feeling like gaming PCs?" I think so. I think the fact that PS5 SSD is like top of the line, like not the strongest, but the most efficient, that it will be out when the PS5 comes out, and like if you want to upgrade your SSD, we're gonna have to wait some time. That's what I like to hear about coming from a console. So and then Xbox Series X itself, that thing is a freaking monster. When you look at it from the spec size and like from the spec side, it's a freaking monster. So it's good. It needs to, because people, PC elitists, I don't know if they understand that you guys don't really have anything like any game that gets made, even the ones that are PC exclusives. The PC exclusives, from a visual standpoint, look very bad because they don't really care. They're just trying to. The mechanics of the game are kind of what you're buying, I guess.
I think it depends on the game.
But what PC exclusive
like
game
Arma?
looks good? Arma, is that
Arma?
PC exclusive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Arma is, but like
I don't even know what it is.
When Arma like 3 came out a couple years ago, like that game looked crazy good. Or something like Crisis 1, even though that's really old. But like there are games like that come out that really do push the PC thing.
And where they at? We don't know about them.
Irrelevant. Yeah, right now I don't think PCs isn't that thing because I can't really think of a PC game that really pushes their hardware.
Arma
anymore.
3 2013. So
right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they've closed the gap. The consoles and the PC gap has been closed.
Now that's speaking from the standpoint of if PC only developers would push actual PCs more rather than make Escape from Tarkov. like the gameplay from graphical wise, it looks just, you know what I mean, but that's what they're making. They're making games like that, like PUBG, not what, because think about if they made an Arma in this current, with all the technology we have going on for PC, it'd be ridiculous because they don't, as I just said, like Crisis is coming back now, but guess what, it's making not a debut, but like it's coming back, ensuring it's releasing on a console because consoles run the gaming industry. PCs are always there, but console controls it. Console developers control the graphics, right? You can get some mods that increase it a little bit, but like from the deep architectural standpoint, it's not going to be increased that much. It's more of just the frames and resolution. That's it. You're not gonna, because when we think about fast loading times, when we're talking about this SSD, think about if someone made a game that ran on one of those most expensive SSDs right now, they would have had this. But this is something that we haven't seen before because nobody's doing it. Not until the console gets to that level. Now PCs are going to be able to experience that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, loading times are always shortened on PC though. So, but the games aren't,
But also, I feel like with PC, like, it kind of always did follow the consoles.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? But like the PC version's always the better looking one. Now that might not be the case. I feel like it still will be the case because you can get M2 SSDs on your computer already. Like PlayStation has a really fast one, but like you can still take that and put it on your PC.
Yeah.
But I think what in my opinion what makes the gap even closer is that it seems like PlayStation 5 games and Xbox Series X games are going to get like a performance mode or a
real one this time,
or like a best graphics mode. So like it's sort of getting sliders, but not to the depth at which PC games get sliders. And I
Yeah,
feel like
I think
one day console games will get like really good sliders if you really like want a certain frame rate and stuff like that. I feel like one day it will get there.
I think it's Spider-Man. You can choose 4K Ray or something like that, or 60 something like that. I think that's the one of them that's doing that. So yep, I think you're you hit the nail on the head. Gradual. So overall, which conference was better?
PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation rocked.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be real. I'm not even trying to sound like a shield for Sony, because like I'm gonna be real. I love Nintendo a lot too, and I have 2 Xbox Ones. They both Crunchyroll machines, but regardless, my problem with Xbox right now is that like I want them to convince me on why I should get an Xbox One. The problem, the problem that I have is that like, oh, I have this mindset of it's on PC though. However, Microsoft, I guess their whole new approach for this generation is accessibility, right? Because like to me it's like, oh, it's whack. Like why would you put that on PC? Don't you want me to buy your console? But I'm thinking they're just gonna focus more on like subscription based services as well. Because they probably got data on like how that's pretty beneficial to them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it's good that they're doing this whole PC, because technically it's still counted as exclusive, because you know Microsoft is, you know, PC is essentially Microsoft in most cases, right? So like I get why they're like pushing that whole vibe and agenda for their games, and then they want people to use Game Pass and trying to make smaller versions, you know, different versions of games work on that system. But I feel like that might hurt Xbox in the long run with some developers. I can already tell you right now that like it might annoy Square Enix. Like I feel like, you know, I'm gonna see an article one day and they're gonna be like Final Fantasy VII Remake having issues being ported. I could just see a tweet or something like that one morning on Xbox Series X, because when they try to make new games for new systems, a lot of developers don't want to use the older hardware. They want to push forward. And I don't understand the ideology of like, hey, I understand accessibility is good all around giving consumer options, but is it good to try to push your brand in the console that you're trying to sell this holiday? And that was just weird. That's just a very weird thing. So like with Xbox, for the first time in probably like 12 years, I'm kind of turned off.
Yeah, their strategy is Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. That hoe was $1 for 2 months to join. What in the world? Kind of like what? They literally give it to you for free. Not that like so. We're talking $2 a month for 2 months to get a library of everything coming out. Everything like. Obviously, it's a slight exaggeration, but for like every game that's come out this generation and everything new for 2 months, you get for $2. Like that is ridiculous, and you know how subscriptions are.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's cheating. It's like what's going on here? But it's way too good to be. Well, I don't want to say that, but like that. I mean, it's such a good strategy that they are able to sustain. That they're just like, wait a second, let's just ride this out for a little bit, and like that's what they're really pushing.
That's what I was saying when it felt like when I was watching this conference, it felt like a Game Pass conference, not a Series X conference, because to me, the product that they wanted me to buy was Game Pass.
Yep.
Because it's like, you can play this on PC, you can play this on Xbox One, you can play this on Xbox One X, you can play it on Xbox Series X, you can play it on whatever next Xbox is coming out, and it's like, Xbox is no longer like the box; it's the Game Pass. Like, like it's very interesting, especially because I love Game Pass. Like I don't even play most of the games on it, but the fact that I could sit here on my computer, click the Xbox app, open it, and be like, you know, what do I want to play? And then like you have so much variety, and the fact that the variety is going to keep coming and coming and coming and coming, that it's going to make it weird when Xbox Game Pass has like an absurd amount of games, and then you still see Sony charging $60 or $70 per game, because you know we were talking about 2K, how it's about to be $70. Like that makes it even weirder because now it's like, what does PlayStation do to counter it? Even though they have PS Now, even though PS Now hasn't really panned out the
It's
same
not
way.
the same. It's not the same of a.
Yeah.
But I don't think, big bro. I own Game Pass. I don't use it. I've played one thing. It was Bleeding Edge beta. And yeah, that game's dead. But that's like, I had bought it. I was like, fine. I was like, whatever. And so like, I don't use it. I barely even think about it. They always remind me. I don't have any urge to use it. I don't even know why. It's like I want to buy my games. Whenever I spend this amount of money on it, it feels special, and I have a more urge to sit down and sink some time into it. Whenever I just kind of have it, it like demotivates me. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know how whenever you have time and you're trying to do stuff, but you have time, so you always put it off. But next thing you know, whenever there's something dependent on you, and you're like, no, in your head, you're like, I need to do this, so like you then are more efficient with your time. It's the same way with these games. So that's a personal thing, but I know that other people feel the same way. But then people, some like journalists on Twitter have been talking about it a lot, and this guy used it a reference to Netflix, and I'm like, that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's like when you go on Netflix and you want to find you want to watch something, but there's so much to watch that you don't know what to watch. Or it's like even when you're looking at your backlog of games, like if I opened up my PS4 right now or turned it on right now, and I'm like, I want to play a game I haven't played yet, and I just look at my backlog, I probably won't be able to pick what game to play because like I have so many things to pick from that like I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. It's interesting to see how it'll go though, especially with xCloud, which we haven't even mentioned yet, integrated with it.
Bro, people were saying, I don't know if it was rumors or people wanting it. They were like, what if at Xbox showcase they announced no more Xbox Live, buy Game Pass, and you get online feature on. Dog, what? Dog,
If they
what?
would have did that, I would have been on the Xbox. I would have been on the Xbox.
See, but you still
Series
wouldn't buy
X
it. But you still would. Why are you buying it? You still don't need a Series A. It's like another. It's the same game. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm still not gonna buy an Xbox Series X.
See, but in that regard, right? Most of my multiplayer games. Okay, my Xbox One is literally for like my norm. I'm throwing up air quotes. My normie friends. So when they come over, they be like, "What you got to play?" I was like, "Oh, I got an Xbox with 2K on it, bro. You want to play 2K?" So they won't touch my PlayStation. So like, so like, them being able to just like not bother stuff when they come over and all that, they can play whatever they want to play. They can play online. I don't care. I don't care about my Xbox Live gamer tag. Like, so regardless, they can play on that and then have an ability to play like my Xbox Game Pass games that I download are like the single player ones. Like most like I don't play multiplayer games on Xbox. Only thing I've played was probably like Elder Scrolls. That was the last Xbox like Elder Scrolls Online that I've played on that system. But like Game Pass to me been fired for like the single player game.
Wait a second, yo,
It's
I'm
not
doing
years.
this all wrong because
Right.
I'm buying games that I own technically on Game Pass. I think
Duh.
not a lot because I don't buy that many multiplayer. I'm gonna be honest. I've been just getting exclusive, whether it's Nintendo exclusives or Sony exclusives. That's literally all I've been buying. I've not bought like any multi-plat game in the longest time. But so I guess, but like mentally, I have not even thought about it. If I wanted to try it, I could. I've been using that shit all wrong.
Yeah, don't buy like there's some games that just come there anyway. Like Devil May Cry 5, right? I was kind of upset because I was like, I kind of wanted to play it when it come out, but at the same time, like I could have waited for Game Pass. It was like 3-4 months later, and I was like, I could have kind of waited because it was also on sale too.
Bro, that's not good for the games too now.
Well, yeah,
Well, I don't think Game Pass is entirely anti-industry. I think it's gonna affect it. I think it's gonna affect it though. I don't think it's like, but it's definitely gonna affect and not in a positive way, bro. This is what the one guy said. He's gonna say as its value continues to go up, developers got to understand because it's inherently making games value go down a little bit. So developers need to not. They're gonna start asking for more money. They gotta start asking for more money to be given to put their game on Game Pass because that's potential sales gradually gonna keep losing. Because whenever you buy it on Game Pass, what is it? Do they get a percentage or something? Even if they do, they're probably still gonna want money up front, because from that point on, it becomes split. And I'm pretty sure in the whole game's process, it's already split many ways, from development costs, from publishing. I don't know that much, that kind of stuff. But as you make a game, it's just various areas that these games' profits are going to be cut. Now you add Game Pass into the mix, just another area. But it's an area that you have control over. So from that point on, can they continuously sustain paying these developers if they start asking more money for them? Or it's going to get to a point where it gradually slows down a little bit. But I don't know. Like Cyberpunk 2077, the people like that, Rockstar, that got clout like that, they're just going to be like, what? Give me a couple M's, and then I'll give it to you. Right now, Xbox will be like, okay, anything. You put it on Game Pass. But as time goes on, it becomes more popular. They don't need it. They're not as desperate in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, think about how much money shows on Netflix get paid to be put on there. Like, didn't they drop like $100 million on Friends or something like that?
And then on that note, people are backing out.
Mm-hmm.
Disney, they're like, wait a second, I could just do this shit on my own. So,
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
But it's gonna be mad interesting to see how that shit pans out. So overall, definitely PS5 over Xbox. Another big thing I'm scared about, the reason why I would put PS5 is because over Xbox is because of how I think a lot of these games are far out. So, anything else?
That's it for me.
That's all. I mean, I just know right now, like, I even tweeted afterwards, and I wasn't exaggerating. Like, if somebody tried to sell me an Xbox Series X for $50, I'm not doing it again. like I would rather pay the $700 for the PS5. Like, it don't even matter if I ain't getting it on launch, but like, I would pay that. I did buy the Xbox Series X at this point, because they not giving me anything to like. I don't want to feel like I'm in the same spot again with like the Xbox One. I'll be honest, I love how like applications work way better on Xbox
UI or whatever.
Yeah, and stuff like that than PlayStation recently. But who knows? That could probably change with the PS5.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking when they did that PS4. It's really weird.
Yeah. So like,
but also, you see, like, they're not trying to give you a reason to buy Xbox Series X. They're giving you options. They're not trying to. But see, they kind of are, but they aren't. In their head, they are, but from what they show, they're not. Like what I mean is they keep pushing optimized for Xbox Series. They put that big ass logo on the box, so it's like they're trying to push it, but at the same time, what their words are saying. But you can play wherever you want. It's kind of like they're saying two messages at once.
Also, another issue, and this is still a lot of people's issues currently. So let me break this down. A lot of people are not on Windows 10 still. Essentially because when it first came out, it bricked people PCs, and then afterwards,
it still is.
Yeah, it's still doing it. I refused to upgrade because like it had destroyed my PC the first. If you probably remember on Twitter, like I was so sad about it because I just paid. I saved up literally $10,000 in to get the game, and it just broke it. Like once I got to the Windows 10 upgrade, so I don't want to upgrade anytime soon for it, unless they just manually force me out of Windows 8. I like Windows 8 a lot, and the problem with the Windows Store, again, this is proven with like, and it's probably even just the game, but a lot of people are saying it's the Windows Store too, that the launcher for PSO2, that doesn't even work properly.
It uninstalled it for me 3 times.
Right. So I'm like,
that was wild. It was surreal. I played it for 6 hours, woke up the next day like, Yes, sir. Had to do another 50 gigabyte download. Next day, same thing. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. So like, I get they want to do accessibility, but they're not proving any way to make things seem better on like the PC side of things. So like for me, I have the option, right? But at the same time, like they're not showing like how they're gonna try to improve the Windows Store. So the next best option, so I don't have to deal with that, I'd rather just buy the Series X or the Lockhart, right? Because I had situations with other games where like the PC version will probably run good, but I've had more experiences with games, especially that I love the anime part of things, right? They don't work on PC. They don't start. They don't run. They just be broken for like a month or two. I'd rather just play it on the console, have it preloaded, and just turn it on. But like again, the problem with Xbox, it all circles back around. They're giving me these options, but they're not showing the best options or like how any other options are going to improve in the future. They're just like, look, everything gonna be on Game Pass. Okay.
They're just speaking with their wallet. They're speaking with their wallet.
Right, and it frustrates me because I'm just like, y'all not like I'm still. I literally looked as we was talking about it, like PSO2. I'm like, people are still frustrated with the game. Like, like it's not even working that properly for a lot of people.
I know. Last thing, one of my subs, Red Rebel, it was so bad for him because I got fast Wi-Fi. So like that 50 gigabyte, like really think about someone who's working on 5 megabytes down, having to do. It took them a day to download PSO2, 50 gigs, maybe even more. Next thing you know, the next day it gets uninstalled. So that's what happened with Red Rebel. He had he probably it was taking him upwards of like 10 hours, I think. So when it got uninstalled, it was completely detrimental. He couldn't play it that next day. So he wouldn't log out. He would just stay logged in, and that's what they had people doing. It's pretty crazy. They didn't. Yeah, it's pretty freaking wild. They just talk with their wallets. They're the rich kid. They just got the money, so they don't gotta cross their T's, dot their I's. They can like give a little sloppy cross. Yeah, that'll work for now. Because value, Game Pass, $1, $10, everything. So, shoo-wee. We got a interesting next gen coming up.
I'm excited.
Right? PS5 day one though, yes sir.
For sure. I can't wait for They said they were going to give a warning before the pre-order comes out, which is good.
Yep.
I just need that warning.
Oh, it'll be the first console that I got a job, so I can actually I can buy it by myself. Yeah. Ooh. Yep.
Get more than one game for it.
yeah. Because that was always it. Like you could only afford. Your parents would only let you get one more. Because like you already just spent $400. Now I'll go spend $700, get everything. Let's go.
I might have to get a full PS5 library.
Yeah, right. He said, "What about next gen Nintendo, bro? They can't even put anything out this year. They got bro. They got 2 games out, 3 games just out: Paper Mario, Animal Crossing, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So before we go off, right? Nintendo is in a spot to where like they've deserved their spot in the conversation now. A lot of people are still like not thinking they should be in the conversation when it comes to, even though that's not what they want. But right now, I'm like blown by Nintendo this year. Like, yeah, they had Animal Crossing, Xenoblade's cool, right? But like, what else, bro? Like, this is it's kind of weird for me because like my Switch kind of been dry. There's been like that one dry, like the first. It kind of reminded me of like the first year of the 3DS, low key, with the Switch right now. Well, like nothing's happening for a long period of time, and then stuff is going to just start dropping. And I'm actually like terrified for like 2021 because everything's getting delayed because of you know what.
But you know what's funny? I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what's funny? Last year, a year and 2 years ago, people was like, "Oh, I remember Jeremy the Gamer 23. Oh, my PS4 been dry. My Xbox been dropping on Switch all the time." Now what happened? They released everything. Now it's cycles, man. They have stuff. They don't have stuff. They're and then now would be they put out decent stuff. What, Animal Crossing, Paper Mario. I mean, those are two big IPs for them, and they both did. I don't know about Paper Mario. I think it did. It did pretty good. Actually, I mean, every freaking IP that they've been putting out that are like from Wii era is breaking the same record. So it's not even anything special anymore. But Animal Crossing is pretty lit. I'm up and down when I play it. And then Paper Mario, I don't really care. But there are Paper Mario fans in general. So I was gonna say I feel like they should maybe had more stuff because this is like the wind down for everyone else. But they only have 2. But then the last thing you said, I think they're gonna put out a stronger Switch. They need to, because that'll be able to then play cross-gen games, because it may get to a point where they can't handle them anymore, even though that's probably the cap. But run it at a comfortable setting. Let me put it like that. It needs to get a little bit stronger. Nothing crazy, but it's a little bit stronger. So I think they might do that in the next 2 years. They definitely are probably gonna wait for these announcements to get off. PS5 to release.
They also got to
Xbox.
fix the Joy-Cons too.
Yeah, so you think they would put
When
that
Switch
in
Pro comes out with the brand new Joy-Cons with the no drift, ooh,
you think they're gonna market that? New Joy-Cons, no drift.
they have to, dude. They have the whole civil suit and stuff like that. If someone sees
shit.
Joy-Con again, they have to be like, Joy-Con version 2. This time, the controller drift is not a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they got stuff to do. It's not like they're... Yeah. And this is always how it is. They always put something out, and then everyone else puts theirs out, and then they kind of come shadow again. It's good, though. I like it because I'm going to probably get the next Nintendo console, whatever it is, updated for yada yada. So I'd rather have you give me some time after I splurge on a PS5.
I just want my No More Heroes 3, bro. That's all
I forgot that game is coming out. And Bayonetta 3. I forgot those games.
Yo, SMT5, we seen that joint.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
That was all we needed. Dog, that MC hits. I don't know what it is. I just like the design a lot. I don't know nothing about SMT, but the design just is hitting. I need to play it. Oh, yeah. And then there's a remake of them coming out on every platform, which is cool. 3, I think.
Yeah, Nocturne.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Which is 3. But
yeah. We didn't talk about that direct, but I mean, I think that was about it. I don't think there's anything else from that.
Nah.
And then you said you said Bayonetta 3, and then we also don't know nothing about Metroid.
Yeah. So they have games that they need to show. They just haven't showed them.
But they're chilling right now. They're still eating off Animal Crossing sales. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And then Xenoblade. Yeah, bro, they're chilling. I'm fine with them. I haven't been playing it that much, but like I still always have their shit in rotation, whether it's Smash. Me and Doob were supposed to play Generations Ultimate. We didn't do that on Thursday. But again, I at some point I gotta put some time into that. So I'm chilling. I think they're fine.
I gotta be. See, I'm like I'm complaining about it, but like I still gotta beat 3 houses.
See, there's that, and you got PS5 games to still beat. Like overall, it's fine. There's games in rotation. Animal Crossing is one that doesn't really stop. And then that new fishing, I still haven't even gotten to the water yet. So like I got content there waiting for me. My island is ass also, so I got a lot of work to be done in Animal Crossing. So I'm personally fine off Nintendo. I'm happy they're not putting out too much, because then that would just make me stressed out, because I haven't been able to game nearly as much. But all's well on the gaming streets. PS5, yes sir. Still haven't heard Digimon.
No, leave it alone, bro.
I just
don't
looked
even
at
bring up that company. Angers me right now.
I'm just getting a lot of comments on it, and so it's just constantly on my mind. So everyone's putting more discerning stuff in the comments, like, dog, they're not tweeting. It's gone from Amazon. I'm like, guys, stop it. Oh my god, Bandai. Yeah, no, we don't talk about Bandai around here. We don't like Bandai. So moving on. That's about it for today. good. That was a meaty 2 hours, but it didn't feel like 2 hours. Don't you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So we'll see what happens in the next coming months. Rumored PlayStation event August 6th, 4 p.m. We have a whole last time in the rumor. So we'll see what happens. This guy predicted the other event correctly, so we'll see.
There's also another Xbox One August too.
That shit's
if
gonna
that
be
one's
ass,
real,
though.
if the
that one, yeah, they need to keep that.
If the rumored one for the August one's real, bro, I'm sorry, Xbox, y'all gotta hold that L, because a game that's supposed to get revealed in that rumor one, if that's real, just even teased.
You talking about PS5, the PS5 one?
Yeah, the PS5 God of War.
Yeah, God of War 2.
Oh, if they showed God of War 2, it's over.
Yeah,
bro. And the problem that I have with Xbox having another event, you just showed us a bunch of CGI 2022 games, 2023 potentially. What the hell you about to show us?
The smaller box.
Yeah, and then some indies.
Yeah.
Because they said what they said, 15 studios. They showed 9, something like that. So they'll show us a new box and then a few more.
Sony showed like 4.
four games, 4 exclusives. No, they
4
got
studios.
Oh yeah, right.
Like 4 studios.
Right. Don't play. That shit's crazy.
All right, let's wrap this up because I actually gotta go.
Yeah, we've been here. All right, boys. 3-man dream team. What I say? We don't need those clowns. It's like, nah. I'm playing. All right. Outro. Yeah.
All right, look, bro. So, thank you for having me back on the PlayStation Nation podcast. It's been lit.
Say PlayStation Nation. Let me pause you real quick.
I did say PlayStation Nation. I was looking at my phone and I was reading from the article. Regardless, PlayStation Now and later. All right, I was like, what am I saying? I'm kind of tired.
It rolled off the tongue. Honestly.
All right. But regardless, thank y'all for having me. Follow me on Twitter at Avatar capital TV, and I'm out.
Links in the description. Sam.
Follow me on Twitter. Shmam the kid. It is in the description. I hope you all have a great evening.
And lastly, your boy Jammer. Appreciate y'all hanging out. JAMSQUAD salute. And we are out. Ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
I'll talk to y'all later.